Hey everyone, thanks for coming back to my channel. So I'm here, my son's on the floor, and I'm just gonna get into the question and answer portion of this video. Wow, there are so many questions. I think I'll try to answer like 5 in this video. But there's like I said, there's like over 100 comments when I asked you guys about questions with the Disney princess thing. Let's see. I'm trying to reach to the top, but I'm having to like click. Okay. Faith Teniek, I don't know how to pronounce their username on Instagram. I should answer questions on YouTube, but I post like on my Instagram. Anyway, how hard was the dance process? I never had dance classes in my life. Dance, like, you know, I have a Latin background. You would think that I could move it and shake it. And I do like to move it and shake it on the dance floor. It's just, I might not be, you know, like it just looks like I'm having fun rather than she has, you know, I don't know. I look like I'm having fun, so I kind of fake it until I make it kind of thing, even though I don't really know what I'm doing. But when it comes to choreographed dance, I didn't know what I was doing. And so for me, the dance portion was very difficult, extremely difficult for me. I was kind of towards the middle to the back. I remember when I walked into that dance room, we had a number on ourselves. And I just remember pasting a smile on my face because I had read that when you go into audition that you need to smile the entire time. From the minute you get out of your car, be smiling till the minute you leave that place. So I had a smile on my face the entire time I was at the audition. Even when I was dancing poorly, I never gave the casting directors a chance to see me looking insecure. Never gave them that chance because I was just smiling, you know, the whole time, as though I were a character performer. And when you are cast, you're going to be smiling in front of those guests the entire time, and you don't want to look insecure in front of the part guests. So definitely have a smile on your face the entire time if you are not a good dancer. But I really want to encourage you guys, especially if you are young, if you are in high school, trying to take some sort of dance, because when you're young, your mind, I don't know, I feel like you pick up dance routine, like you're able to learn faster than somebody who's my age. We're like slow to learn, I guess. There's that saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. The younger you can get dance classes, the better. So if you are 14 and you're not sure, oh, do I want to join the dance team in high school? Try out for it, even if you think you're going to be that. You never know. You can improve. Even I can improve. I mean, just because I'm in my 30s doesn't mean I can't learn. But it's definitely easier the younger you are if you're taking classes. You want to be as confident as you possibly can at the dance routine. So, you know, but that being said, do people get cast who don't know how to dance? I'm looking down at my son. He's trying to learn to crawl, and he's like pulling himself up on things so he can, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, they do cast girls who aren't really the greatest at dance. However, I have to say, I believe I was pretty strong in my animation portion of the audition. You had to do like animation, kind of like pantomiming, improv type acting thing. And I did do a decent job at that. However, I had taken some acting classes, not a ton of acting classes, but I had taken some, and I did feel confident in that portion. That I was doing a good job, and they must have thought I was doing a good job. And when I was talking to one of the Faith characters recently about some of the girls that they have cast who are not good dancers, one thing that she did say, and you know, and we agreed on, that we noticed with the girls who were cast who couldn't dance, they had a strong princess look, or of a princess at Disney, and they also had strong animation skills. So that is something to consider, you know, taking taking animation type classes, because there are a lot of roles in the entertainment department at Disney that require strong animation skills. Just being a fur character, because even if you're a princess, you're going to do fur roles. When you're Pluto, to be able to get that message across to the guests without using your voice, it's like Ariel in The Little Mermaid. She couldn't use her voice. You want to be able to send that message across of what you're trying to say in a clear way without using your voice. So that's, so I'm trying to think what else I can say about that. And somebody had also asked me, what kind of dance choreography were you doing? And it's been like over 10 years since I've done that audition. And it was kind of like modern jazz, contemporary. I don't remember it being hip hop. I would suggest going online and looking up YouTube videos of some of the dance numbers at Magic Kingdom or at Disneyland or Disney World, wherever you're going to audition, and seeing what kind of dancing are the dancers on stage doing. That style of dancing, I think, is kind of what you do. They just want to see that you can move your feet and follow what they're doing. Dance taps into a part of your brain that I guess I'm not the most, I'm more like Rapunzel, uncoordinated. Disney lover. Is it hard for a first-time cast member to be liked by cast members and get along with other cast members? It can be. When I was being trained as a Disney character in general, I wish I would not have told anybody that they had cast me as Princess Jasmine. I wish I would have kept that quiet and let the other fur characters think that I was just going to be fur. However, if you have a princess type face, or they can see, oh, she would make a good Cinderella or something like that, they'll know anyway, because even when I would do face rolls or something, people would say, you should audition to do a face roll, or you should ask, because they kind of know that you have the look of a princess. Now, that being said, I want to also be clear that being a Disney princess is not a beauty contest. It's about looking like a certain character. Because in my last video, where it was audition tip updates, I had said something about a girl who I thought did not look like a princess. It didn't mean that she's ugly. I personally think that just about every girl has something beautiful about them, whether it's their eyes or their hair or their nose or, whatever. There's something beautiful about every girl, I believe. And, but the question is, do they look and resemble a cartoon drawing, to where a guest who doesn't know you, will they be able to look at you and say, oh, that's Cinderella? You have to be believable looking. And I've told this story a million times, I think, too. There was one of my best friends at the time, when I was working at Disney, gorgeous friend of mine, absolutely gorgeous, auditioned to be a Disney princess, and they did not cast her. They tried every single wig on her, and I think they wanted to cast her as a princess, but in the end, they just decided she didn't look like Anna or well, I don't know if Princess Anna was out. No, Frozen hadn't come out yet, but they decided she didn't look like any of the princesses, and they did not cast her in the end. So again, it is not a beauty contest. And some of the princesses that I met, I didn't think were necessarily as gorgeous as my friend, but who did not get cast. So it's not about who's the prettiest, fairest of them all. It's not about that. It's about looking like the drawing, resembling that drawing. I want to make that extremely clear, because when I'm talking about girls not looking like characters, I don't want you to think that I'm dogging out on some girl just because I said I didn't think she looked like a princess or whatever. It's not a beauty contest. Anyway, so I wish that I would not have said that, because then people do kind of, I feel like they do get jealous, and it's not fun to have people being jealous of you. It sucks, because then people don't want to be your friend, or they aren't as nice to you And on the flip side, then you find people that are especially nice to you just because you are a face character. So it's like you find polar opposite people, some that like you just because you do a face role, and then some that don't like you because you do a face role. It just depends on how that person views face characters and whether they think that those types of people are conceited or not. And it is a privilege to do a face role. So if you are cast, try to go above and beyond and be nice to people and just err on the side of caution that they all hate you. Don't give them a reason to hate you. But it's really hard because at the same time, you just want to be viewed as normal by everyone and you want to be treated equally. And then you get spoiled because it's a hard line to walk, because it's like you can't please everybody, but you just have to try to go above and beyond. And then it is hard to get along with other girls too, because certain roles at Disney have more prestige. Like there was a girl, we were talking, the face character who works there now, we were talking about, they will choose a couple of girls for every princess, maybe a few, to do commercial type work. Like if Disney's filming a commercial, they'll use a Cinderella that they feel really looks like Cinderella the most out of all the Cinderellas that they have, and they'll put them in a commercial. But sometimes it's not about necessarily looking the most like Cinderella. It could be just that they're a great dancer, and that's something that we were agreeing on. We feel like they do tend to choose the girls who maybe not necessarily look the most like Cinderella for the commercial, but just overall are the most talented, and they'll pick them to be in the commercial. Maybe they're really good on camera or something. Anyway, but like it can be hard because if you're a new girl and you walk right in there and right away Disney puts you in one of their prestigious events, a commercial, or they send you to New York to do an event where Cinderella is in a carriage walking down down Times Square, and you're on the ABC morning show, some show or other. I don't know if there is an ABC morning show, but you know what I mean, like those short, something prestigious and cool. If you get to do a gig like that and you're the new girl, the other girls who have been there longer, they're gonna be upset at you and take it out on you and be like, you're nothing, so that happens. That can happen. Not everybody's going to treat you that way, but some of them might be upset, and it just kind of goes along with the job. Some of the stereotypes might be true, but they're kind of exceptions. It's just when people do mean things to you, that'll stand out to you, of course, and it's hard to forget those things. So, but I just wish that I wouldn't have told people when I was training that I was going to be a face character, because like people might be harder on you or not as nice to you because they're just, I don't know if they envy that or what, or it just depends on their opinion of face characters. Sorry, I go on and on and on and talk about this stuff. Sorry. My husband says that when I explain things, it's like I'm beating a dead horse. So, all right, next thing. Like my phone, it closed and then it went to the bottom of the list. So like people at the top, I'm missing out on their questions. I'm just gonna do, let's see.